All right, we are recording. Make sure you speak loudly into that, and I'm going to knock that down one. Okay.
Alrighty, y'all. We'll get rolling. So, um, have you ever heard a goal without a plan is just a wish? Odds are, not only have you heard this, but you have in one way or another experienced this. Here is a nutrition coach confession. I have struggled with my nutrition, and the reason is not that I didn't know what to do, but because I failed to plan. I'm Caroline, and this is Josh from right here at Old 97 CrossFit. And welcome to our nutrition talk, where we are going to discuss the 5 easy steps to meal prepping like a pro. Or, in other words, 5 easy steps to turn that wish into a goal with the right plan.
Cool. So we partner with Healthy Steps Nutrition, and we believe something as fundamental as nutrition should not be complicated. As nutrition is the foundation to everything we do, the foundation to our nutrition is having a great plan. We partner with HSN because we believe in their simple, habit-based approach to nutrition. We know it works because we use the approach ourselves. All right, next one. Cool. This program has helped over 30,000 people all around the world take control of their health. Here are just some of the incredible success stories, and look forward to some of our very own success stories from right here at the gym at the end of the presentation. For many of these 30,000 individuals, their journey started with a crucial foundational habit: meal prepping. We know that while this is simple, it is far from easy. But just like these successful people, you will find your foundation one step at a time. Back to you.
Let's circle back to my confession. As I stated, I knew the right foods to eat, but I wasn't always making it easy to make the right choice. Have you ever had a long day at work or just out running errands, and the last thing you want to do is figure out what is for dinner? Have you ever gotten home to realize that you didn't remember to defrost the meat to cook? Have you ever just skipped out on making a vegetable to save the time and have one less thing to chop? I've been there. This led to an easy mindset shift of, let me just order some food, or I'll just eat this bag of chips instead. Maybe those cookies staring at me in the pantry, or that frozen pizza I know I bought when I was hungry. If you have ever been there, this nutrition talk is for you. Meal prepping for success is a must for our health and wellness goals. In fact, a study published in the International Journal of Behavioral Nutrition and Physical Activity back in 2017 found that meal planning is associated with some really great benefits, such as having a higher overall food variety and quality. More specifically, it was associated with lower odds of being overweight and obese for women and being obese for men. So, if it is so important, let's dive into the 5 easy steps. Step number 1: pick 3 staple recipes that look good to you. Step 1 requires a little bit of research, but this is the fun part. Imagine if you had planned for and prepped one breakfast, 2 meals with a focus on protein, and 1 starchy side dish. Not only do you have some tasty food to look forward to, but it will be easier on those busy days when you just don't have enough energy to plan out the meal. Front loading some work will make your future self very happy.
If you aren't sure where to start, check out our amazing recipes on HSN's website, already broken down into categories for you. If you need that link, let us know. Let's look at a few of our favorite recipes. Amish oatmeal, aka baked oatmeal, is so easy to make, and it's always a fan favorite. Add your favorite nuts or seeds, some fruit, and add some milk to enjoy. If you love eggs, try the egg muffins, a great go-to breakfast for those rush mornings and a great place to add in some veggies. And who says you can't enjoy sweets when eating healthy? If you're a fellow chocolate lover, you have to try the double chocolate overnight oats. The yogurt gives a new smooth consistency you don't normally expect from oatmeal. All right. Next, we want to choose 2 proteins. Let's face it, protein is always the biggest barrier when it comes to mealtime. Why? It takes the longest to cook, and then you add extra defrost time and forget about it. Having proteins already pre-chosen and made will make it easier to make the right choices. What if healthy options became just as convenient as those processed foods or fast food places? Try the HSN pulled chicken by throwing it in the crock pot. Crock pots and pressure cookers are amazing for cooking large quantities of meats ahead of time. Or check out our meatloaf muffins for a great easy lunch that's packed with protein and veggies. Lastly, that starchy side dish. This tends to be our favorite part of the meal. Some of my go-to starches include sweet potato, white potatoes, brown rice, quinoa, and whole grain pasta.
As you start to pick out your recipes, remember to take inventory of the tools you have. One mistake we see is not being efficient with your time because you are constantly waiting for one dish to finish before starting the next. For example, if you only have one crock pot, you won't pick 2 crock pot meals to make. That'll take all day, all night. Imagine if you had the HSN crockpot chicken going, the egg muffins or Amish oatmeal in the oven, one dish on the stove like the egg roll in a bowl, and overnight oats for the fridge. Not only will you have a full fridge of meals for the week, but you will have done this all at the same time efficiently rather than taking all day to prep. Our top favorite tools in the kitchen include a large mixing bowl, crock pot, air fryer, muffin tin, and roasting pans.
And a pressure cooker. They're amazing. The Instant Pot is the key.
Yeah, get an Instant Pot because it's 2 in 1, pressure cooker and a slow cooker.
So you can slow cook 2 things if you want.
Yeah. All right, step number 2, plan your staples, snacks, and veggies. Once you have a few recipes made, we can then pair these veggie staples for a complete meal. Maybe you're a big fan of roasted broccoli at dinner, or maybe some carrots with bell pepper and hummus at lunch with the meatloaf muffins. Balanced and healthy snacks are easy to forget about as we mindlessly grab processed snacks in the pantry. Instead, plan out some fruits like apples and banana with your favorite nut or seed butter, or maybe grapes with a few almonds on the side. Again, having these options ready to grab will help you choose more of those healthy food options throughout the day. Have a busy day on the go? Be sure to have snacks ready for that. A few great examples are low-sugar Greek yogurts, RX bars, turkey jerky or grass-fed beef jerky with fruit, or deli meat rolled with avocado and bell peppers. We should treat our snacks like mini meals, meaning they should have balance with carbs, healthy fat, and protein.
Step 3, do an inventory in your pantry and refrigerator. I forget to do this a lot and buy the same thing a million times and throw away half of it. So do an inventory. It really only takes a few seconds. I've started doing this a lot more, and it helps. It helps.
Or you just have 5 bottles of soy sauce.
Yeah, I buy soy sauce every week. I don't know why. I just feel like we have to. Have you ever gotten excited about a meal and then realized that you're missing one ingredient? Or worse, have you ever gotten home from shopping to go find that you forgot the one thing when you were just out? This can be so frustrating and cause us to lose our motivation and choose more convenient processed foods. One easy way to avoid this is by doing an inventory of what you have and what you will need for the week, using those staples you already picked out. Once you have this, create a grocery list. A grocery list is something that is often overlooked, especially if we get into the routine of buying the same things every time. This may lead to overstocking on something that you then end up throwing out. Taking the time to plan first before you shop will help you stay focused and ensure you're buying what you need. A great way to write a list is by writing your proteins, veggies, fruits, and starchy carbs, as well as miscellaneous things like those go-to snacks. It only takes a few minutes and it saves you time in the store because you have a plan. It gets easier and easier with time. Eyes on you, Esteban. That's been his habit for a long time, and he's been nailing it. So props to Esteban. Step number 4, go grocery shopping.
This seems like an obvious next step. But now we are fully ready to hit the aisles with our list in hand. First pro tip, stick to the list. Second pro tip, don't go shopping while you're hungry. Way too many chip bags and cookies have been bought on an empty stomach. To stay focused on your list, try to stick to the perimeter of the store. This is where you can find lean meats and other whole foods such as fruits, veggies, and dairy. Before you add it to your grocery cart, be sure to take a look at the nutrition label. Here is a common mistake, not looking at the label to make an informed choice. Have you ever wondered why certain foods or snacks have that packaging, placing in the store, and certain health claims? Because there are people that make a whole lot of money to create eye-catching products that encourage you to buy them. This has to do with the colors, the placing, and just about everything else about the product, and we don't even realize it. This gets even worse with the confusing health claims that may persuade you to add something to your cart. Here is a great example. You see a product that says reduced sugar. At first, this may seem like a healthy choice because it has reduced sugar. But this claim is just saying that it has 25% less sugar than the original product. If this is a strawberry Pop-Tart, the original has 30 grams of sugar per package, meaning the reduced sugar would have about 23 grams of sugar.
Look at
that. Yeah. Shocking. This will blow your mind too. The recommended amount of sugar per day is about 24 grams for women and no more than 36 grams per day for men. That is nearly a full day's worth of sugar, even though it sounds healthier with reduced sugar. So, how do you read a nutrition label? Great question. First, look at the serving information. All the following information is based on that one serving. Did you know that a serving of ice cream is only about half a cup, not the entire pint?
Raise your hand if you eat half a cup at a time. Yeah,
Come on.
Lie.
Let's get back to understanding proper portions as step number 1. Next, we should look at how many calories per that serving. This is going to tell you how much energy you will get from the food, because calories are just providing energy to your body. They are not good or bad. Next, we should look at the details, starting with saturated fat, sodium, and added sugars. We want to find products that are minimally processed, which will be lower in all 3. You will also find micronutrients like vitamin D, calcium, iron, and more. Look at the percent daily value. This is a percentage of the daily value for each nutrient in the food. This will help you understand if it's a product, if this product is good for a certain micronutrient or if it is high in fat or other macronutrients. I will leave you with this pro tip regarding reading labels. When you're looking at the ingredient list, they are listed in order of abundance. If corn syrup is the first or second ingredient, that means it has more sugar than anything else. Step number 5, meal prepping.
How many times have you gotten all the food, but then it goes bad in the fridge? We all have done this at some point, maybe more than we would like to admit. A great pro tip is blocking out time after you shop to prep your meals. Once you get back home, block out an hour to bring everything in and just dive right into preparing the meals and snacks you planned for. Get the crock pot ready for that pulled chicken, get the oven started for the egg muffins, and start rinsing and chopping those fruits and veggies to make them just as convenient as any processed prepackaged snack. Caroline and I have made 10 meals in less than 45 minutes on multiple occasions. Set aside the time, make it happen, and save time and your health in the process. It's like any other skill. Once you start doing it, at first it kind of sucks. It's a little challenging, but you start to find your few recipes that you love and you just stay on a loop with them. We have maybe like 4 different things that we just rotate through every week, and it's really, really easy. Again, 45 minutes, we can have those things done. I don't think there's a single meal prep we do now that's more than an hour. Yeah. We've
It
kind of
becomes
gotten,
a science.
yeah, it's quick. And when you have 2 people doing it, it's really, really quick. Okay, yeah. Remember from earlier, timing is everything. You wouldn't plan to make 2 crock pot meals if you only have 1 crock pot, right? So be sure to plan for all the foods you can make all simultaneously to become your most efficient. Here's a great example. 1, start the pulled chicken. 10 minutes of prep and 4 hours of cooking. 2, cut veggies for the egg muffins and start the oven. 3, bake the egg muffins for 25 minutes. 4, while those are in the oven, get the stove heating to make the egg roll in a bowl, and that takes no more than 15 minutes. As everything is finishing up their cook times, go back and finish rinsing, chopping, and portioning out those fruits and veggies for the week. Be sure to place them front and center of the fridge to remind you and everyone in the house to reach for those first. That's a really important tip. Sometimes, like, I'll make a bunch of great things and put them in the back of the fridge and forget about them, and we have a beautiful science experiment going on a month later.
Yeah.
Within an hour, you have a plan for the week. All right. If you need variety throughout your week, Esteban does this really well. I'm proud of him on this one. Find different sauces or seasonings to add, as well as different complementing sides to help you feel as though you're eating a variety of foods and flavors each day. For example, if I make the pulled chicken in the crock pot, on Monday, I may add that to brown rice with roasted broccoli. On Tuesday, I turn that into a chicken taco, or not chicken taco, turkey taco, or fajita. Wow. You changed the meat, yeah. Wednesday, I may add this into a wrap. And Thursday, maybe it goes into a soup or a casserole. Here you can see 5 easy ways to use the same ground turkey throughout the week. We want you to feel excited about the foods you're eating. Love your food while saving time, reducing waste, and incorporating variety.
All right. At this point, your handbook should be filled and your excitement should be at an all-time high with all these ideas to meal prep for success.
RJ's buying containers on Amazon right now.
Hell yeah. With all of the misinformation out there, we know this can start feeling overwhelming. To start, building your foundation here are the HSN principles that have helped so many people take control of their health one step at a time. Number 1, add more whole foods into your diet. Start choosing whole food options and less processed foods packaged with sodium, fat, and sugar. A simple way to start this is by reshaping your plate with the plate method. Woo. So that looks like our favorite thing. That looks like 1/2 of your plate is going to be your non-starchy veggie. So your greens, anything that you kind of think of when you think of a vegetable. 1/4 of your plate is going to be your lean protein. And the last quarter is going to be your starchy carb, with a bit of mindful, healthy fats on the side. Typically, the oil that you cook in can be that fat. Remember to add these components to your grocery list as well.
Number 2, focus on balance. When we say balance, we mean, does every meal and snack you consume throughout the day contain carbs, protein, and fat? Pairing each meal and snack with all 3 of these macronutrients will keep you fuller for longer. Number 3, limit the added sugar. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons for women and 9 for men. The average person consumes over 150 pounds of sugar per year. That's 46 teaspoons per day. It's not surprising. Sugar is super addicting and feels hidden in almost every food product you find in a package.
Now we'd like to take some time to answer some of our frequently asked questions. What should I eat around my workout? Fueling around your workout to gain muscle, lose fat, increase energy, and really any health and fitness goal is important. Aim to have healthy carbs and protein before and after your workout. If you don't put gas in your car, you wouldn't expect it to get you anywhere, would you? Then don't run your body on E. My favorite pre-workout fuel is an applesauce pouch and an HSN egg muffin. My favorite post-workout fuel is non-fat Greek yogurt with a handful of blueberries mixed in.
What if I don't like veggies? I've heard this so many times, and maybe you feel this way. But I want to challenge you and ask, what if you just haven't found the way you like them? Or ask yourself, how can I find a way to enjoy them? Roasting your veggies for a nice crunch rather than mushy veggies, adding a good seasoning for a flavor you can be excited for, and even finding ways to sneak them into recipes and smoothies is an easy way to get more veggies in your day.
Where should I start? That is a great question. I want you to start with one thing at a time. Maybe it is something you already have in mind, or maybe it is one of the things we discussed today. But the best and fastest way to reach your goals is to work one-on-one with a nutrition coach to build an individualized plan just for you. Not a sales plug.
Oh, this is absolutely a sales pitch.
Yeah.
We'll keep it short.
Here's the deal.
Shameless.
There is never a perfect time to get started. There is always something that will come in the way. You have to make a commitment to yourself. It is simple, not easy, but we are here to help you. If you are thinking, this all sounds great, but I don't know where to start, or I really just need someone to help me create a plan that's realistic for me and someone to keep me accountable, we would love to help you.
Here at Old 97 CrossFit, we focus on a habit-based approach to create an individualized plan just for you. We work together utilizing our many tools and resources to build your nutrition foundation to create a sustainable plan. Along with our tools and resources, we know how important support and accountability is when it comes to our long-term goals, which is why we will be there to help guide you and tweak the plan every step of the way. Boom.
Got it. Our nutrition program is backed by Healthy Steps Nutrition, which has helped over 30,000 people all over the world take control of their health. Here are just some of our incredible success stories. You might recognize these people. I was joking with Lori yesterday. I was like, we need to update your picture because that doesn't even look like you anymore.
Yeah.
Oh. We are so excited to announce that we have openings in our nutrition coaching and accountability program. If you're interested, please stick around after to talk to us. I hope you took a lot from this nutrition talk today because so many struggle with meal prepping and end up avoiding it as they think they need to eat the same thing every day or spend all day in the kitchen. With these 5 easy steps, you can feel confident and set yourself up for success. Again, thank you for joining us, and if you are looking for additional help to dive into your nutrition to reach those short and long-term goals, stick around, talk to us after this.
Before we get to a little Q&A time, for those of you that have attended our nutrition talk today, we'd like to offer you a deal of 30% off of your first month of nutrition coaching if you sign up today. If you're interested in learning more about what the program entails, pricing, and more, we'll be glad to get with you after the Q&A. Sorry, just a little shameless pressure for you to make a good decision there. We would now like to open the floor up for all of your questions and comments. Throw them at us. Macy's asking Trip to ask for us. If someone starts, we usually get about 10 more questions after that. So if you have anything in your mind, throw it on us. Or did we do such a good job?
No one has any questions. Well, we'll leave the floor open for a second. One of your surprises. I made our chocolate chip protein cookies, so everybody gets a little snack and a recipe to take home.
Esteban say yes! They're good if you heat them up a little bit too. We both had one last night, yeah. I like taking something like that and you just the website. It should be. I can't remember the exact. Sandy, I'm going to shoot that link to you right now. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, if anybody wants the link to the recipes for HSN, lay it on me. I got it in my clipboard right now. I can throw it to you. So if anybody wants it, let me know. But you can find it on our Instagram link tree too. If you scroll down, we have the recipes there too. But if you need it later, just shoot me a text and I'll send it to you.
Or if you just Google HSN recipes.
Yeah,
it
that's
pops right
all
up.
I did right there. Just HSN recipes. It should be the first thing that comes up. But if no one has any questions, the thing I want to leave y'all with is plan. The more you can plan, the better. I mean, I have a perfectly honed down grocery list in my phone. I mean, we've gotten to the point where we don't really need it. We don't want to make this sound like it's a tough thing at all. At first, it's a little bit challenging, but again, once you get in the routine of doing it, like it just becomes part of whatever day of the week is best for you to do it. It just becomes part of your life, and it's amazing. It really does make a huge, huge difference. So, and I mean, I don't know about you, but personally, whenever we have a new client, that's 9 times out of 10 the first thing we start with. And don't start with, I'm doing every meal for the entire week. Like, we just do lunch and we have simple plans for dinner and sometimes breakfast. We just make it like the night before. And you can always make too much dinner and there's your lunch for the next day. You know, it's whenever you have time, that's when you need to do it. You gotta set that time aside. So anytime you have for cooking, again, 1 hour, so much of a difference. Esteban, how long does it take you to do your prep? Like, give them an example. I don't mean to like throw you right in everyone, but
4 hours.
No, so it was very challenging at first because I'm not a plan for my meetings. I kind of just wing it on a day to day. So the days I work out from here, like weekends, like Saturdays and Sundays. So before I go to the store, I'll make like my plan and figure out what I'm going to do for the week. And I don't do anything massive by any means. Like I might plan what I'm going to do for the week. And one of the things that works for me is like I'll make like the rice for the week or the quinoa for the week, and kind of just add stuff on it as I go on one day. Because I don't have to do the same thing every day, so I like to mix things up a little bit. But it only takes me like an hour-ish after I do all my grocery shopping and stuff like that. The first time I did it, it took me like 2 or 3 hours, and I was like, this sucks.
yeah, us too.
Yeah.
So then I would scale it down a little bit because I kind of went heavy at the front end of things, so I scaled it down to what works for me. But now I'm like an hour-ish that it takes me to cook like the rice, do a quick dinner for that day, just kind of plan it as I go. So it works.
And as of our last meeting, 6 pounds down, 3 pounds of muscle gained, 4% body fat lost, 4 inches off of body measurements, and a new habit of meal prepping. Good job. Good job. Cool.
Casey had a question.
Yeah, so with your snacks and stuff like that, the things that you plan, are you only doing those to meet your protein goals or whatever your goals are for the day? Or is that like, I'm just hungry, I want this to be able to grab out? Or is it because you've already made a plan, like, I need to hit this amount of protein? Which I know in the last nutrition class or a little while ago,
Yeah. kind of both. We do recommend with HSN, you're eating 3 meals a day and 2 snacks. So, of course, if you're eating more whole food options, you should be safe as far as like calories, macros, that kind of thing, if you're into tracking that. Again, if you're eating mostly fruits and veggies, like it's not high calorie, that kind of thing. So you can eat a lot more. As far as like planning snacks to meet your goals, we do try and make our snacks a lot more
Protein's always the number
protein-focused.
one.
Yeah.
That's always like the number one goal for us. I mean, at least for me, everything I do
Yeah.
is planned around protein, including our meal prep too. Like, are we gonna have enough meat for each container? Is it gonna be at least 2 palms for me and at least 1 for her or more? But yeah, more like 1.5, more like 3 for me, 2 for her. Yeah.
I got protein goals too.
Yeah. If you're eating lean meat too, it's going to be very, very easy to hit whatever your protein goal is.
Yeah.
And again, that should range from, depending on your activity level, 0.8 grams per pound of ideal body weight to 1.1. So if I work out twice a day and have an active job, I'll be more on that 1.1 side. If I have a sedentary job and work out once a day, 0.8 to 1 is going to be fine. All right. The easy starting point is just going with 0.9 to 1. That's a great way to do it. Cool. Any other questions?
What about snacks? Like we don't typically eat snacks.
For me, it's become
Josh,
yeah.
it's like a whole bag of beef jerky.
That's what I do. At Aldi they have organic grass-fed beef jerky in these perfect little packages.
Yeah,
It's
they're
$4
that
a
big.
pop, and it's 28 grams of protein if you eat the whole bag. Oh no, I gotta sit there and eat the whole bag. So I eat the whole bag, and then I'll throw a piece of fruit with that. If I'm not doing that, it'll be a protein shake, like half a banana with milk and then a scoop of our protein. Mm-hmm. I mean, super simple, but you can make it more fun if you want it to be veggie oriented. You could do, if you're prepping your veggies and cutting up veggies, you could do veggies with hummus, something like that. So there's still some protein in there,
Yeah. A great option for that, cut up veggies and take plain Greek yogurt, mix in a ranch seasoning packet, or there's all kinds of seasoning packets, and then you have a high protein dip that you can use with your veggies.
You can go hard on that dip,
Yeah.
Any other questions? Cool. Awesome. Well, if you have any more that pop in your head, we'll be here for a little bit eating our meals.
Yeah.
This is another good tip. If you can find a meal prep service that you like, especially one that you can cancel whenever you want, or you can go in and skip weeks, it's worth every penny. My personal favorite is Metabolic Meals. I used Trifecta for a little bit, and it just wasn't that great. They purposely under season their food so people can add what they want. I don't like that. I don't want to have to season it. Metabolic Meals, some of the most amazing meal prep I've had, and it's really high quality stuff too. They use organic ingredients, grass-fed meats, wild caught fish, stuff like that. So highly recommend. And I just skip every other week, $200 a month. It sounds like holy crap, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's one trip, and it saves us when we have days like today where we need to eat before going to the grocery store. I mean, again, we live this stuff. We're going to the store after this because I know tomorrow I have a busy day. We will plan our store trips around whatever's going on the weekend. So planning, that's number one. I can't say it enough. Cool.
I'll leave you with this saying: failure to plan is planning to fail.
Marissa over there finishing it. She's like, oh no. That was good. Cool. Awesome, y'all. Thank you all for coming, and stick around if you have any questions about the program itself. You're welcome.